And particularly OSCE and ODIHR should prevent such scenario. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. In the meantime, we had two more presenters signing up for the speakers list, and I now inform you that the speakers list is now closed. So as of this point, no more registration is possible. I now call upon the Protection of Rights Without Borders to take the floor, followed by the Citizens Labor Right Protection League.
Thank you. I would like to make this statement on behalf of the group of civil society organizations in Armenia to underline the circumstances of increasing violations of the right to peaceful assemblies in Armenia. And I will focus mainly on the last events took place in Armenia during July. On July 17, 2016, the wave of peaceful assemblies was propagated against the ruling regime, demanding meaningful changes and resignation of the president of the country. The public protests and peaceful assemblies continued 14 days. The assemblies were exclusively peaceful nature. But during the peaceful assemblies, at least 700 people were illegally detained while exercising their right to peaceful assemblies. The detention was accompanied by violence and ill treatment. People were kept in police stations up to 32 hours without food, water, and use of toilets. The criminal cases were fabricated against at least 30 people on the grounds of organizing mass disorder and participating in unauthorized assemblies. On 20th of July and 29th of July, the police used excessive force and special means such as stun grenades that caused physical injuries and damages. More than 130 people were taken to the hospitals after suffering burn injuries. The representatives of mass media were targeted and attacked by law enforcement agencies. The journalists were beaten, the cameras and video materials were broken in order to demolish the records and reports on human rights violations during the protest. The authorities justified such brutal interventions as being imposed for security and safety reasons. Later, the president of the country publicly expressed his appreciation for the effective and efficient work of the law enforcement agencies. He encouraged the media representatives to forget about the events and violations. Despite the numerous acts of abuse, violence, and humiliation, no police officer held accountable for the massive violence and illegalities. And as a civil societies, we believe that such actions are incompatible with the requirements to respect and protect the right to freedom of assembly. The state should ensure the accountability and the abilities for all violations of law enforcement agencies to demonstrate meaningful commitment to the international standards on human rights and particularly for the right to freedom of peaceful assemblies. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I now call upon the Citizens Labor Right Protection League to take the floor. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Mamadov from Azerbaijan, under the working group on issues related to human rights. We are talking about the dialogue with the representatives of the authorities of Azerbaijan.